VoicesDMV is a community engagement initiative that allows us to listen to and better understand the attitudes and perceptions of people who live in our region. For Community Foundation, having a finger on the pulse of community is at the center of who we are. We worked to engage this community through a 3,000-person survey, through community conversations in each of the regions where we operate, and through focus groups. Our aim was to really refresh our understanding of how people were experiencing life in this region. Their everyday lives, what they care about, what's making them upset, their relationships to public systems, and their relationships to each other. We're really aiming to stitch together the fabric of this community for improved well-being and quality of life for all of us.
So well-being is a place where everybody can be their optimum self.
My access to health, economic security, family, and for me also my faith, so having that in an accessible way where I can, as needed, touch that.
So when we talk about well-being, how can you have well-being when you have such a wealth gap in a way where some people can not only survive but thrive, and other people are barely surviving?
We do have a very strong economy here. Now there's a question of who amongst us really has that wealth and who doesn't.
Housing is a huge issue. It's hard to get good, decent housing for both working class and for seniors in places that are accessible as well.
Just because we have a major project coming online and we say we're creating jobs, it doesn't mean that those jobs are at a level where people can buy homes, where people can invest in their schools. And so we have to look at economic development differently.
We asked the question, if you were to lose your job, how much income do you have to sustain yourself? In certain parts of our community, people were able to live for 2 years. In other parts, they barely had enough resources for 2 months.
Let's acknowledge the differences, and I think more positively think about, how do I try to understand this person, or how do I understand their perspective or their experience?
I just come in contact with community members that have strong points of views, but they also have a lot going on. And they need people that are going to talk to them without judgment. They need people that are going to talk to them and see past the possibilities that they see.
So as we celebrate the amazing wealth and economic growth of our region, we have to apply a racial equity lens to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to participate in the growth of this region.
The conversations have to continue, and it's not just going to be government, it's not just going to be business, it's not going to be just nonprofits. We're going to have to figure it out together.
The fact that we had conversations, it was processed, organized, and then results were given. So I think that when you share the results that were given from powerful communication and engagement, it makes people have more faith that this is a good vehicle, that's going to be effective.
This initiative, this body of work, has allowed us to lift up voices that we just typically do not hear from, people who have not traditionally had a seat at the table. With the results of VoicesDMV, we've created 2 useful tools. A report that highlights the methodology and uplifts key findings. We've also created an interactive website. You can access the report and the interactive data tool at thecommunityfoundation.org.